like on their skin and things like that. Um,
That's
their
a horror
teeth,
movie.
for one. Wait, hold on, I haven't gotten there yet. So one thing that's always been true of almost all AI art is that they have a really hard time with fingers.
All right, we're back with part 2. Sorry about that, people. Stream/you guys. OBS updated before the stream, and I guess it did not like something, so I'll keep a closer eye on it in case it happens again. But now we're back after a break.
Alrighty, yeah. So you guys get booted out of Raine, and it is about that time that you are kind of coming to. I believe the last time you came out of one of these felt completely fully rested. However, in this case, if you have any HP below your max, that is psychic damage that you sustained during the time. So some of you might feel a bit like you got a really bad hangover coming out of this. But if you're at full HP when you come back, then you're all good.
I'm still functional. That short rest.
Yep. So you start to come out of that. Inger is going to kind of stop doing her drumming a bit. She kind of drums faintly and then, kind of like last time, just kind of collapses into her rocking chair. And starts to breathe kind of heavily. Sorsha goes over to her to make sure that she's all right, and shortly after runs over to get her some water from inside the little cottage.
When she runs over to do that, I immediately pour her some pumpkin brandy and hand that to her, and then dab at her forehead.
Okay. I have to roll a con for that.
If she, well, it might be helpful. It might not be. I think she would know well enough.
This is a woman who can handle her liquor better than you can, maybe.
I knew she would be.
Yep. She's like, well, that got me up. So how'd it go?
We're in one piece.
And,
But it's Raine.
Raine is in, well, many pieces in one, I suppose.
Yeah, so Raine and Clementine also get up. How is Raine?
I think Raine takes a second to, this is the first time she's woken up in a while, and just sort of like rubs her eyes, looks at everybody. Clementine is ecstatic. She looks at everyone. Oh, we did it! It worked!
Yeah, that's kind of a surprise for us. It's 50-50.
I'll pour a round of the brandy. Hand it out to everybody.
And I think the time of day, it's a very, very nice day out, nice spring day. The sun is poking through the trees, and I think we're around brunch time, we'll say. If I'm wrong on that, then we just retconned. But we'll say we're around brunch time.
Brunch time is like a 6-hour window, so it's usually brunch time.
Yeah, brunch is like literally anything before dinner.
Brunch is a state of mind, really.
So it's like we're doing brunch at 3. I'm like, that's too late.
Yeah, it's like brunch. Like
just say you're day drinking.
Yeah. The portmanteau of breakfast, lunch doesn't matter anymore in society. It's just, are you having booze with your meal before dinner? It's called brunch.
Yeah. So I will say as well. So from Clementine's perspective, this is like one giant heist or something where it's like she broke a ton of Fae laws about being her full fairy self and going off and doing things that she should not be doing in order to save Raine. So yeah, Clementine's like, it worked, thank God. And like right after that is the moment when like one little snag ends up being like, oh, we achieved the mission, but we're caught. Because right after she says that, Twig, the little quickling, the 1 to 2 foot tall quickling, walks out of the cottage holding up some, I guess holding it like this, holding up some kettle corn. Just, he locks eyes with Clementine. His jaw drops a little.
That's not good.
He like looks at Clementine, looks at everyone else.
Now, Twig. Let's settle. Do we need to talk?
What's going on here? She's not supposed to be like that.
Think you've had too much kettle corn, friend.
She
You're
like leans over to Anwar. We need to get him quick.
I don't know if I have any binding spells.
I'm gonna roll insight for him real quick.
I could.
I got some.
Oh, he got a nat 20. He starts booking it.
Damn.
Fuck.
Lightning Lord.
You're one person faster than me.
I immediately.
Does anyone want to try to do anything?
I'm going to immediately send a sending.
Okay.
I can throw the.
I might actually have something. I think I got something.
As he turns, I'm gonna send like Otter's immediately gonna go into like message mode, just like Twig, please don't run away. We can explain. Things aren't always as they seem, but we promise everything is safe. Please come back. Don't run.
And I'm also going to try to charm person before he gets out of range.
What's the range on Charm Person?
It's 30 feet, so it would have to be pretty quick. Like,
Yeah,
I'd like to think, like, if it's all happening simultaneously, I may or may not be able to get the shot off.
I would say it's unlikely you get the shot off. If you want to try for it, go for it.
What would I roll to see if I can get it done in time?
I would say that with his nat 20, I think he's like just moving like he's piecing everything together so quickly that he'd be like at the top of a turn. So I think he starts bolting before you even get the chance to
That's fair.
do something. So I think
I got
30
something
foot
for
range,
100.
I don't.
120 feet.
Okay. I
So
need to
at
remind myself what his range is or what his speed is.
It might
But
be
go ahead.
120.
120 feet, as he starts booking in that direction, Anwar's going to see where he's headed, and he is going to launch hypnotic pattern. I imagine it's similar to his fairy fire, kind of like an explosive light show a little bit, but it is like that dialed up to 11. So it's going to go like over Twig as he runs away, and then it's going to explode in this series of like high, like almost like not seizure, but like very a number of bright flashes that kind of confuse and daze.
It's basically a
Okay.
rave bomb.
Yeah, a little bit.
His speed is 120 feet. So I think you would try to get it off. I think I'd need some contested initiative to see if any of these are fast enough to get him.
Sure. Oh, you saw it roll over
Oh.
120 though, right?
All right, so that's 19 total.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, he's gonna beat that. So
Dang.
you try to get it off, and he just goes right past your thing.
Okay, I have an
Well.
idea. It's my turn now. Come here, size. Wait, stop, come back.
You know what? That didn't work. I mean, you can roll persuasion at disadvantage.
The Willy Wonka maneuver.
You guys try to get off stuff, and you really give it your all. With that hypnotic pattern, it would if it only had gone in range.
Hey, Clem, is this gonna be a problem?
This is not good. Club is like pacing and like muttering to herself.
Man,
All right,
that
what
Twig is a
kind
narc.
Right? Oh my god!
All right, what kind of problem
He
we
is
talking
a
about?
fae, so I think he is from a background of like, oh, this is really bad.
I'd say that snitches get stitches, but he just outran him, so. Shit.
That's Twig. We are not hurting Twig, okay? We can
Wait, Audra.
manipulate Twig, but we are not gonna hurt Twig.
Audra's sending did reach Twig. You do not hear a response from him.
Audra, quickly send him again. Say that if he tells anyone, he will not get any more kettle corn.
You got it. I send exactly that, and I send it in as few words as possible. Come back,
Okay.
or no more kettle corn.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
Or intimidation.
That's an intimidation.
Okay. Come back, or do you not want more kettle corn? We're gonna go passive aggressive, so I can call it a persuasion.
Okay.
Oh, I actually have +5 to intimidation. Holy shit.
Hell yeah, Cammy.
It's like just mom glares for days.
You got it was on the
Oh, yeah.
18.
Yeah.
Oof.
You get no response from Twig.
Alright, so we need to get out of here.
Well, maybe
so then
not.
Inga and Sorsha aren't looped into this, maybe?
I mean, isn't here where they're going to be brought?
I mean,
My worry is that if Inger doesn't know where we are, they start questioning her. They could take it out on her somehow. We don't want
Yeah.
Inger getting hurt.
I guess my real question is, what is he planning on doing? What is he going to say or tell?
he's gonna tell.
Is this a hit squad situation or a stern talking to situation?
Hit
What are we
squad
dealing with?
situation with our luck.
I'm not sure, but if the news reaches the Archfey,
What's the worst that can
Oh, it's
happen?
not if, it's when. When it hits the Archfey.
Well,
Now-
Because
now
he's
and-
gone.
and-
based
and I'm
on
not
that
saying
pace,
that, like,
I'm saying,
what's the worst that can happen? I mean, like, what is the worst that could happen?
oh, you're not asking hypothetically.
Right.
you know,
Like,
Raine?
I'm not quite sure. Faye can be very creative.
it's a parlay on the table.
So, what are the odds that they come back and immediately, like, incriminate Inga for helping? Or is this just a Clementine issue? Can we, like, narrow this
Oh.
down a little bit?
I think it's just on me.
Okay. So
I was
how do
never
we
here,
protect
and
you?
she turns into a cat.
All right.
I didn't want to say it, but like, if you were to run,
Meow.
Oh, the cat goes out the door.
Wait. Oh. Well. All right.
So wait, is Clementine leaving the group right now?
Yeah, she's very dumbly gonna try and run.
Okay. All right. Clementine has left the party.
Well,
I
that,
guess we'll
that-
find out if that worked.
And then Raine from the back of everything as she like is finally coming to. Was that my cat?
No.
yeah.
That's canon. That's 100%. What happens.
Absolutely. I mean, somebody had to take care of her while you were out, right?
I appreciate that.
Yeah, 3 square meals. Morning, middle of the day, evening,
Was
before bed.
Was she a
That would make a cat.
person?
I
No.
think that's the memory setting in.
I mean, some people talk to cats like people.
You might be a little hazy right now. Anwar's gonna come over and his finger is gonna turn into a flashlight. Can you see right now? How are your?
Oh,
Are you,
can't see anything with how bright that is.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry.
can turn that down a little bit.
No, that's how you do it, though. You blind her. And then she doesn't know if it was a cat or a
With
person.
science.
That's like the.
come here! Don't say that out loud.
Never mind. Never mind. What I was gonna say would be a sidetrack. Never mind. Sorry.
I appreciate everything you've done for me. I feel all right.
That one actually wasn't nearly as bad as Hunter's, somehow.
Somehow, yeah.
Well, you get used to it. This is the second go around.
This is the second go round.
When we go in Audra's mind, we'll be like experts.
Hey,
You
Inger,
get
who's next?
destroyed.
I don't know. Listen, if you go in there, it's Fight Club. Let's be real.
I don't.
I'm sorry, I was teasing. Can we get you anything?
I hope you all don't make a habit out of this.
Yeah, me too.
These are wearing on me more and more each time.
Can I make her brunch?
Yeah.
I will try to make her brunch. If we're not on a time crunch, running from the arch fucking Fae.
Yeah, I think if they're coming here, I'm gonna post up outside, not in like a threatening way, but like sitting on the rocking chair with the fan and like waiting. for
Yeah,
company.
go ahead and roll performance to see how well you do making brunch. Unless you have another skill you'd like to make an argument
Can I
for.
intimidate it?
No,
Intimidate the brunch.
can't do that.
Athletics.
I mean, just add juice to the pumpkin brandy. Boom, brunch.
I'll try.
If anything, I would say it's. I don't know. I could see intelligence, wisdom, maybe dexterity for like. You gotta get that seasoning just right.
+1, baby.
Ooh-hoo-hoo.
I cut some fruit.
Yep. Yeah, that's you do that. You cut some fruit.
It's been a day. Okay.
Yeah.
All my luck is gone.
All right. Yeah. You hand her some fruit. She appreciates it.
Gotta get those sugars back up.
Yep.
So now we just play the waiting
well,
game.
Well, I think that was my last one. Maybe next time I will be there as support for Sorsha, but I think that's my last one, especially with you all.
Put so much stress on this poor woman.
You don't know how much I appreciate what you've done. Is there anything I can do for any of you?
What you got?
Last
Last time they fixed up my house.
We did.
Well,
Mar's gauntlet turns into like a power drill. It's like, all
I
right, I'll be
noticed
outside.
I noticed a spell book over there. You got any good spells? Something you can do?
Make her a
Um,
pergola, Anwar, just out back.
I do have some good spells. And she opens it up. She's learned quite a bit while she was away from you guys. One of the most notable ones being Cone of Cold at 9th level.
She was able to learn Cone of Cold while having a mental breakdown.
She learned a lot
Well,
of
this is
things.
before
while
she had the mental breakdown.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would
but-
also add one bonus for you, Artem, and also because the group seemed to enjoy this one. In your spell book, one spell that appears that did not appear before that you can now have without it counting against your prepared spell list is Dream.
Oh, yeah. I had actually taken that as one of my wizard spells because it made sense.
Well, now you can do that without preparing that for the day.
The other thing I will say, it's not necessarily in her spell book, but well, it is part of her spell book. She didn't get wish, but like her wish was to be able to change things. So I gave her silvery barbs.
Mm.
Nice.
Okay.
So she got a little bit of it, but not how she thought.
Hi.
Silvery barbs.
Could come in handy for sure.
Yeah, they can.
So, Raine, here, I want to test something. And then Anwar's going to switch over to Dwarven. And he's going to ask her, she couldn't speak Dwarven before, correct?
No.
Anwar will ask, how are you feeling on this fine smithing day?
Somehow you just know Dwarven.
And she replies back, I'm doing well. Did I just speak Dwarven?
Interesting. So language is crossed over. Okay. Good to know. How does it feel in there?
It feels strange, like I know it, but it's not mine.
Good to know. Good to know. Well, brunch and We're making
It's
a
just-
gazebo. Is that correct? Is that what we're doing?
I think so. Just something nice out back. Also, the brunch is fruit. And that is it.
Not even mimosas?
I don't want to talk about it.
Right.
I
gonna-
too am growing old and I am too fatigued.
I
I'm
saw
gonna
you
r-
cut a man in half, but sure.
I'm gonna rummage through my backpack and pull out a book and slide it over to Inger, and reveal that it is a book of steamy stories featuring one Ronin, which I think I got autographed, but you may need to. I don't recall. I may have not.
Don't recall either, but it's entirely possible.
Okay. So I'm going to remove that from my inventory and gift it to her.
Oh, what's
so
this?
It's a little smut for you. You've earned it.
Well, I won't say no. Little Inger's all alone up in this cottage.
Inger continuing to be my favorite NPC.
I don't know that I'm a fan of her calling herself Little Inger though. That's I don't like that one.
I'm
She's
okay
a
with it.
short of stature human.
I don't know. There's something about.
Let her have her kink, Tony.
All right.
She likes her stories.
It's
Okay.
true. There is
Just-
no age for kink. That is true. Any age, you can do what you want to do.
So I wrote like little summaries of all of like what was in there.
She
And I, like,
though.
Ran back to just look for it, and I don't know why y'all let me take notes.
I don't remember it at all, so it's news to me
Succubus
now.
seduces a woman. Viva la lesbians or bisexuals. Get it? That's one of them. There's also a very lonely lady who summons a devil so they could bang. It
Right.
details the process of summoning a devil. So
Oh,
maybe
wow. I forgot I gave you that.
I may have transcribed that page. I don't
Ronan
remember.
the Wanderer and a bar. There's a barmaid getting harassed by a patron at the bar. She's more or less saved by Ronan after the affair that they have together. She wishes she didn't have to work. The bar was burned down the next morning. Yeah,
What is this?
this is like the book that
You're an amazing record keeper. That is
the
fucking
book
real?
of the book of
Cap-
devil smut. Yeah.
Captain Bone Morrow kidnaps a noblewoman, but ends up falling in love. But she ends up falling in love with him. She turns into his first mate, and they have a passionate romance.
Oh my.
Like, yeah, I have all this shit written down.
Yeah, Hunter was looking for some devil lore, and at some point he came across that book.
Yeah, when I was trying to figure out my patron, figure out what the deal was there.
Also, one of them is basically Beauty and the Beast.
So you chose Fabio as your patron.
Maybe.
No, more like Fabio and Tom Waits kind of melted together.
You chose a romance novel protagonist.
Well, I think the patron
Alright,
had already
nerd.
been selected, but then he was trying to find out more info about his patron.
That tracks.
It
That sounds
details the process of summoning a devil is the real kicker. My god.
right. I should write that down that I took that note.
Here, I'll I apologize. I'm just gonna copy paste it wrong. Gonna come back and she's gonna have her own fucking she's gonna be summoning devils and shit.
It was definitely devil, not demon.
It says devil. I mean, it could have been a demon.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was specifically devil.
Good to know.
Again, that's not polished up. That was stream of this is what is happening.
Right, so I've got this. Isn't there a way to... Oh, I thought there was... Oh, well.
And then they banged. Jesus, what is wrong with me?
And then they banged. That's rad. Oh, man. Alright.
Well, I'm sure this would be well worth what it just took out of me.
It's
So
Oh, God.
so what So what are you off to next? Seems like you're always going somewhere. You heading back home, Chimera?
I definitely need to. I think there's a couple things I need to wrap up on our way. What are we doing? Something involving a thief?
Yeah. We've got the
Icewind Dahlia.
Icewind Dahlia. Yeah, and we've got a clump of her hair, so should be relatively easy to track.
You've scryed on her once already.
Did.
We could do it. Oh no, it's a 5th level. Nope. Well, how are we counting spell slots, Richard? Are we counting those as expended too, in the same way as the psychic damage?
Yeah. All your spell
Okay.
slots for
Yeah,
the day.
that's
have
what I
been used
thought.
up.
Well, we can scry her again tomorrow.
I can attempt to contact her in her dreams. Or one of you, perhaps, if you know her.
Does she know that we're looking for her? We're there to steal stuff from her, aren't we?
There's a bounty on her head, I thought.
Yeah. But maybe
Or
not alerting her would be...
I think the job was to retrieve the diamonds. There was no specifics on if there's a bounty on her head specifically. They don't the people who hired you didn't particularly like her, but I don't think it
That's
was ever
fair.
like you gotta kill her.
Yeah, I didn't write that down, so I guess not.
We just need
Info
the
on
diamonds
how-
back.
Yeah, she does
Much
seem
like
to
that
be in possession,
MOP
or
song.
at least she took 10,000 gold worth of diamonds.
we
Also, new
saying-
fun fact for Raine, I don't know if you know, but there's some doppelganger problems. Not doppelgangers, but like copies.
Oh,
People
right.
who think that they are
This-
us.
This ice symbol is something that Arantis sketched in a book way long ago.
And then there's some that are locations to those bits of stories, right? Like they were story locations for hunting. Like some
let's
of them
see.
were, I want to say.
Yeah, all of the icons are stuff that Arantis made. And I think some things were circled at some. Yeah, the orange circles were related to lore that Hunter had found.
So then she's not there. She's here, the Fertile Crescent.
Yeah, based off of where you scried before, you got the sense that she was around the Fertile Crescent area.
Oh, great. So that's like less than a day or a day up to Riverbed. I almost said Riverbad. And then we hop
Yeah.
a boat, and then we're up there.
Yeah, probably like another day, like a full round day on a boat in 24 hours, and you're there. Yeah,
That's
so
not too
like
bad.
it's like a 2-day journey from.
Pretty close for most of our journeys.
Yeah. Alright. Just gotta buy some cold weather gear and we're good to go, huh?
After we rest and eat a bit, shall we make our way over to Riverbed? Be nice
Sure.
to. We've only been gone like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that.
Let's see. You
Because
left.
we also need to talk to Maz and be like, "Hey, buddy, here's how this went."
It has been 3 weeks, and just as a reminder,
luck to
you're
me.
just a reminder, you're about a couple miles away from Kami House,
Mhm.
and also just outside of Riverbed is the graveyard that her
Yeah,
son is in.
Oh, right.
I
we
would
should follow up
like
on
to
that.
not make my son a vampire anymore, or a dead vampire anymore.
So just
Obviously, we have some political things that also take precedent, but so if we could
So-
stop by my house and at least check on my daughter,
Sure.
and maybe Luke Killerzog to see if he's there. But if he's not, obviously, I mean, he's an adult. He can. Hopefully, he's alive. Riverbend. Vampire issues. Speaking with Mazadon about the vampire issues, because we were basically told to fuck off.
Well, no. We said that we were going to go eliminate the most scary legendary area in the world, and we did.
Right.
So we got to get some
But we
accolades
were
for that
kind
first.
of given a this
Yes,
towards our
we-
doom because everybody thought we were going to die.
right.
Right.
We went to the spot on the map that says there be monsters here,
Yeah.
and then we kicked their teeth in,
and there was
we
just
left.
arrows all over. Right. So can we go to my house first just to check on,
Yeah, let's do that.
things? And then we can.
No, no
go
time.
towards-
Gotta get them diamonds.
I mean, it's just to check on Keone and see if she wants to show up and maybe see her brother that she might not remember.
Yeah, well, what if she wants diamonds? I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I might want the diamonds. You don't know.
I do
I'll
kind
be
of want to wait
welcome.
around and see if the Fae send a representative.
I do agree on that.
Either I can hang back and either meet you guys at Cammy House later, or meet you in Riverbed. Whatever you guys are comfortable with, unless you all want to like wait and spend the night. But I feel like then I'm like holding you all up.
Does Sorsha have sending?
No.
Damn.
The only people that have had sending is Audra, and then Poe eventually. Well, I guess Raine had it in her book that she could do.
Yeah.
And eventually it seemed that Poe also got the ability to write in a book.
Right. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of because I remember
But
talking to her not there before.
and I guess Cerebro too he reached out
He
to
w- he
Anwar in a
was-
dream.
Yeah, he wasn't the first, but he saw somebody else do it, and he's like, "Guess what I could do too."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cerebro's use sending, but sending is extremely rare though.
Okay. I don't feel comfortable just abandoning you here, but also we would be abandoning Inga here.
Right.
Should we stay then?
I could run to Cammy House and come back. I don't know why I'm calling my house Cammy House, but
I certainly don't need all of you here.
right, she's like, I just got rid of the last crew.
Yeah, no offense. Just I've got quite enough company for 1 year. And you're welcome to stay for a little while, but at some point soon you must go.
Can I roll a quick insight just to see if she wants us out of there so she can start on that book?
Go for it.
Okay.
I don't think we need an insight check.
I just want to know how obvious. Well, but Audra does, though, you know?
Nice bonus.
With a 19, you get the sense that she's really exhausted from what she just did. There is some curiosity in the book, but she's not like eager to. She'll
Yeah.
get to it in her
Okay.
own time. But really, it's just like flashbacks of, oh my god, last thing I knew with these guys, it was like just like a couple of them, and then next thing you know, it's like 19 people trying to leave a house.
Cool.
So
Yeah,
big old Ace Audra can accept that.
All right, I see three options here. Either 50-50 the party, one waits for the Fae, and once group goes to Cammy House, the group goes to Cammy House, Hunter stays behind, or we send to the Archfey to ask to meet.
or
request
just
for Quinn.
Chimera, or just Chimera goes over to Kami House is also an option.
Because it's like a mile down the road.
Right.
Yeah.
No one
should just bring one person with you.
Yeah, I
You
was gonna
guys can
say,
go check on Keone.
No one should go alone for sure. So
We can hang out here. I can build a gazebo in the back with Audra.
I was actually going to suggest I would like to go with Chimera and then potentially ask Saoirse if she wants to come, because part of getting Saoirse to like help with this was so she could potentially do the same thing for Audra's uncle later down the road.
Mm.
And I wanted it's probably too soon to pitch it, but maybe just to see how
Like
she's
the mind
feeling.
recovery thing.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that could be maybe a time to talk about it. Or if we need to do a similar thing for Keone,
If you want to talk about that with her, I think she just got settled into Inger's place, so I think she want to talk about it, just stay here and talk with me here. But
I'll
I don't
go.
want to.
Okay.
I don't.
care
I
of
want to.
it.
I want to stay with my new master.
All right. Looks like I'm building a gazebo. Who's going with Cammy then?
Raine, would you like to go for a walk?
Absolutely. I don't think I've walked in a while.
Oh yeah. How's that gonna go?
Yeah,
Leisurely.
She's
We
a little
won't-
wobbly, but
we won't
you know.
hoof it. We'll take a walk. It'll be like an hour.
We
Okay.
can get there in 15 if you really try, Raine. Come on, let's go. Pump
Before you guys go, like Anwar's gonna be like, yes, absolutely, that's great. And he's gonna go, Miss Chimera, it's very important. Take my notepad with you. If you notice anything, if she starts speaking in any accents, any different dialects, if she starts randomly convulsing different memories, please write all that down. It's very important for my research. So, all right.
Right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I guess Artem, if you didn't like the voice, you got the
Right.
best opportunity to change it if you wanted to.
Yeah. All right, so we'll jump forward a little bit in time to Chimera and Raine walking on the road. While you've got some time, just the two of you, is there anything you would like to converse about while you're walking over to Chimera's house?
Yeah, Raine's gonna definitely talk to her. Chimera, if we were able to fix me, for lack of a better word, that's quite good for your daughter, no?
I've thought about that, but at the same time, she's a little different now. You know, she's not the Kion that I know, so I don't want her to force her to be the Kion that I know. She wants to be the way she is. I want to allow her that space. I don't want to force her into anything, but of course I feel like I might not be firm enough on this and just make her do it because I know it's for her own good. So it's a mild debacle.
I understand. There's a want in me to be who I am, and I understand the need to be what they made me to be as well, or perhaps any of the others inside of me. And I think part of what she's feeling might be that, and part of what she's feeling is growing up and becoming her own person. I think at least the important part would be to relieve her of whatever they forced on her, and then let her decide.
Good point. She was entering a more rebellious phase last I saw her. Now she doesn't so much cringe when I tell her I love her. She just kind of looks at me like I'm a stranger. So, but of
Well,
course, I also don't want to force too much on Sorsha right away.
No, I think these are ordeals in the mind. And Inga certainly, even with her experience, can't keep doing it. Sorsha is still a young mage.
How are you feeling, by the way?
I don't know. I mean, physically, fine. Mentally, fine. I think it's more of a spiritual question. It's not visions, but the memories are there, and more in the front. Yet, they're still alien to me. I think I need to figure out who I want to be.
Would you mind me asking a favor?
Absolutely, I think you and the rest of the group I owe everything to.
You're one of ours. Would do it again. I think we're planning to do it for somebody else. But Since you have the forefront most knowledge of what this is like, if I do approach her and give her this offer, would you help me?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right. Shortly after, actually, give me a perception check, both of you.
Oh, no.
Oh man, I get to roll on Raine's sheet again.
Oh,
Hey.
nice.
All right.
Damn.
Let's look at those.
Alrighty.
Is the house on fire?
Raine, you
How do you want to do this?
Raine, you spot way far ahead, with what you now realize are elven eyes and elven ears. You sense off in the distance a wolf that is kind of tracking you guys a bit.
In a hushed voice, she'll say, "We're not alone. It seems a beast is following us."
Which? Where?
Oh, I thought your eyes would be better, but up in that direction.
I'm old.
No, that's not what I meant. I meant your.
Oh, but
more
I do. That's
experienced
my
as a fighter
excuse.
and-
Do I clock wolf or?
Yeah, after being kind of directed as to where, you notice the wolf, and, but 15 seconds later, behind the wolf is Luke
My
Hillzog.
husband. Awesome.
Yeah, not too long after you see the wolf, and then not too long, you're like, oh, up in the tree nearby, there's Luke. And once you lock eyes, he's gonna drop down to the ground, and he's gonna start running up to you. And almost at a loss for words, he's just gonna run up, and he wants to give you a big old bear hug.
Yes. How are you?
He
I'm
hugs you real tight. He's
so
like,
sorry.
I thought we had lost you forever.
I didn't. It got close. I'm not going to lie.
The wolf is gonna come up and just kind of like twirl around you and like sniff and like kind of nudge its nose up against your hand.
Just like scratches and then like kind of parting and gesturing to Raine. Do you remember Raine Lukilazog? I think you guys met before one harrowing journey or another.
Do you recall
Before-
Artem? Have you met him before?
Before Anwar burned the lumber mill.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
He was
that's
the one that helped us do the crime.
yeah.
I mean,
That's-
I'd like to imagine we helped him do the crime because he kind of initiated that
He
whole
did
thing. That was-
initiate the
that was
crime.
his-
Raine
That's the plan.
told me to do it.
I'm not sure that's how it went.
Play the clip.
Yes, I remember. Good to see you again. Glad that you both made it. I really thought we had lost you. It's been weeks.
I have a whole lot to tell you. Unfortunately, however, it's a quick drop in.
Really?
Yeah. How about you come with us? We're going to go check in on the house. I'll fill you in.
Sure, I've got some things to fill you in on too.
Oh no.
While you're talking, and we'll kind of, pan up and
Yeah.
or tilt up and tilt down on some of that. Some of the things he tells you, he's concerned about Keone because mostly it seems like she's getting settled in. but there are times when she acts completely unlike herself, particularly at night. Lots of times she seems kind of independent, kind of indifferent to whether you're there or not. She seems kind of lonely and sad, but still kind of a bit distant. But then there's other times in the middle of the night she'll just wake up and just ask for where you are. And seems completely unlike herself, and if anything seems much more like how Keone...
Is it Dream Keone or is it alternate reality Keone? Because I told her to stop checking, and she might still be checking. Shit.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Once you float that idea across, it's like, oh, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, none of what you do really makes sense, but based off of your description, yeah, that's what makes sense. During the kind of info dump for each other, what are the kinds of things that you tell him about?
The absolute hellscape that was Castle Hill.
I guess Raine is hearing all this for the first time too.
Oh, and there's
you all did what?
yeah, so we're in this pit, and it summons out your worst fears. Your worst yeah, you weren't there, but it was the worst things. And anyway, we had to harness somebody's fear to break into the door, and then there was, like, vampires, and then people were separated, like, just... It's a mess. It's not very well detailed. It's a Sydney recap.
You definitely get up towards the house, but like, hold back. We're not going inside until we finish this conversation.
Right. So there's that. There's finishing that. There's finding out, finding Gregor when he decided to roll up as a fucking vampire, discovering how to fix Gregor, discovering how to fix the kid, the Icewind Dahlia, the copies, Raine, Audra's uncle.
So she's gonna go through that a bit, and we're gonna cut over to the other group, and when we cut back, she'll be finishing all of the things. So real quick, other group, you are at Inger's place, and what are you guys doing? Are you guys building a gazebo? What's Hunter doing? What are you guys up to?
Apparently we're building a gazebo, but at some point I will just kind of take the temperature on Saoirse. Saoirse. Sorry, I feel like I always say that wrong.
I've been pronouncing it Saoirse on purpose.
Okay.
So
Let's ask her how she wants it to be said.
I prefer Saoirse.
Yeah. Okay. So are we literally building a gazebo, Ryan?
Yeah, I imagine, like, you hand me a piece of lumber.
You got it.
And Anwar looks at it, and he's like, I said 8 feet, 7 inches, and 3/4. What is this? This is 8 feet, 7 inches, and 1/2.
Audra will
measure twice, cut once.
You're gonna hand it to her, and she's gonna pull out like one of her smithing tools, and just in midair just try to do like a and just like try to like shave off the last remainder. How's that?
That'll work.
Hunter will occasionally bring you guys some water or something, but for the most part, he's sticking out front, waiting. He's assuming someone is gonna come through.
When we're done with this, Hunter, bring me something stronger than water, yeah?
Sure thing. Got a bottle with our name on it.
Anything you guys process, discuss, anything like that? It could either be in real time or TLDR'd, anything like that.
I will actually. The next time Hunter brings the stuff, just so I can get both at the same time. You know, I need to ask Chimera and Raine the same thing, and I figure I need to give Raine some time before I ask, but do you remember the state that my uncle was in, and how a ritual like that might be able to help him, too? Also,
sorry, is Saoirse there when you're talking
No,
about
not
it?
her yet. I want to talk to her
Okay,
separately,
got
yeah.
Got it.
Also, realizing cold voice, Audra voice means I'm just sounding like Varys from Game of Thrones. All night. My spiders told me about your secrets. Anyways, well, I will talk to Saoirse about it later, but if she's interested in taking the task on, that could bring my uncle out of his state as well, and I will wait to ask her, of course, but for the two of you who are close to me, I just want to know if you're prepared to do something else like that again in the mid-future.
With your uncle, we're not entirely sure what's wrong with him. I mean, it seems like going inside of people's minds or bloods usually nets some kind of positive result.
Right, and I don't know what we're going to see in there either. If I'm going to be honest, I might learn things about him that I didn't even know. Maybe I didn't want to know, but if I perhaps gain some knowledge that I'm a little uncomfortable with, and that's the only cost to bring him back to full health, I'm going to take that.
Richard, remind me, did the uncle have like severe PTSD of some kind?
Yeah, he definitely did. I can't remember exactly how much I divulged. He would repeat the phrase, if it bleeds, we can kill it, which was a line that Auric used. You had gathered that Auric is dead, most likely. So there's definitely some trauma packed in there, but not really sure exactly what.
It's not necessarily like rewritten identities or things like that.
You didn't pick up on any of that necessarily.
Yeah, I feel like it's certainly like it would not be the same experience as what we did. It would be the same like method on the outside, but like yeah, as far as what we're doing on the inside and what we see, I'm sure it would be completely different like process of events.
Yeah, I mean, however we can help him, I
Okay.
would just be cautious.
Right.
I do know that I think this experience could help us a lot. What with the knowledge that there are 4 doppelgangers of us running around right now
Yes.
with a copy and paste of our memories and identities, which seem to be similar, if not the exact same process that Raine had done to her. You know,
Okay.
sends the extra.
You say that, and Otter just starts like she starts doing like making the wheels are turning face. Wait. Do you think that the shadow me? Is there any chance that Cerebro took my uncle's memories of me and put that into the shadow?
Possibility.
I know
Not entirely sure where they acquire their memories from.
because they had to come from somewhere. Your family's still okay, right?
It's also just possible that us being in his proximity, he was able to.
It's true. Sorry, the thought entered my mind and it made me worry for a moment there.
Yeah. There's a lot of unanswered questions.
Yeah. Well,
Um,
I'm very grateful to you both for being willing to help me find those answers.
of course.
Anyway, sorry, we still need to fix this one. Where's your line? There it is. And she's just gonna like snap that one in half for you.
I'll leave y'all
Alrighty.
to it.
So after that, we cut back over to where Chimera has finally, after this long list of all the terrible, crappy shit that's gone on the past 3 weeks.
So anyway, now Raine's awake. Now we're here, coming to check on everybody.
Wow, that is a lot. Well, what? I know that I guess there's these diamonds now or whatever that you want to capture, but
Right.
at some point you need to come home, Chimera. Your kids need you here. Like you stop by for what, just minutes, and then you go off again. At some point you need to come home. When it? I mean, somehow I've become like the parent at this house, and I am not
know.
well equipped to be a parent.
No, not for a teenage girl.
No.
No, I know. And it's just one more last thing. and it's taking care of the person who thinks she's me, fighting for the Empire, and then I think I'll put the sword and the shield away.
You're gonna come home again, right?
Right. It's always the intention. You're more
Well.
than... I know it's going to be weird, but I was going to offer to take Kion with us into town to maybe see her brother. And I know Gregor's going to be there, but you're more than welcome to come, or you can take what silence you can get.
What do you want me to do, if you were to choose?
I would love for you to come with me. But I also want you to be happy. And I can't come home permanently quite yet.
If you'd love for me to come with you, then I would love to go with you.
Wonderful.
Especially if Gregor's there.
Oh yeah.
Alright.
Turned himself into a fucking vampire anyway.
He would, wouldn't he?
He would!
Alright, well, let's go see your daughter. And yeah, you'll head on inside Akami house. Where
Knock as I open the door.
So going inside, you will see the house pretty much as you left it. And laying on, do you have kind of like a couch or love seat? Any kind of like
I did at one
upholstered
point.
upholstered furniture at all?
Low Pa ruined a lot of stuff.
That's true. Yeah, there was one.
I think we would have tried to fix it to the best of our ability, but also it's like the sheet that's just over the couch that's starting to like deteriorate.
Yeah. So yeah, you walk out inside, and on the couch, you see Kion just kind of like this, on like resting on her arm on the armrest, with a book held out in front of her with one of the tentacles that he's just kind of reading, and then she just looks up and sees you, and she just kind of stands up. She doesn't run over to hug you or anything, but she definitely does. There's some kind of reaction there of like, oh, you haven't been here in a while.
Hi.
Hello, Mother.
How are
You've
you?
been gone a while.
Yeah. I didn't intend to be on for that long. But go ahead.
I'm fine. Just kind of bored here at the house.
Well,
Also, just to paint a picture a bit, at this point she's wearing much more casual clothes, but she's got a solid like cube of metal that's just kind of resting up on a shelf, nearby the couch, that you would recognize as the same kind of metal that her suit was used, but right now it's just in the shape of a metal cube.
like the portress, but it turned into like her suit.
Yep, pretty much.
Unfortunately, I'm not staying too long. However, I was wondering if you'd like to come into town with me to maybe see your brother and your father. And if you haven't met her yet, this is Raine. Raine, this is Kion.
Hello.
Hello, Kion.
Don't. They would have seen each other at Cerebro's, at Fort Moltra.
Oh, at some point, yeah, probably.
Yeah, but Fort Moltra, Kion was like totally out of it, wasn't she?
Yeah, then she didn't get some of her memory restored till later. So she would look with like, I'm sorry. I think we've met. I can't place it.
Only briefly.
Okay. Well, welcome. I've kept the place kind of tidy. Help yourself to anything. She's gonna kind of size you up and roll an insight to see your reaction to her tentacles. She didn't roll too well, so you can obviously tell that she's looking for a signal from you and not able to really decipher, like, okay, is it a safe person, not a safe person? So you can tell she's visibly uncomfortable by you right now and not yet comfortable with you as a safe person.
She'll look at her and say, Kyun, I understand it's difficult to trust people. I think when I say that I've been through the same things that you have, I think you'll understand the gravity of what that means.
She'll kind of look inward for a moment and then just kind of nod. You were in the same place I was?
Yes. They did things to me too.
I guess this kind of makes us sisters, huh? And she's gonna sit back down.
We yeah, we were just coming by to check on you and extend that offer. Obviously, if you don't want to go, you don't have to. But I think getting into town and maybe shopping around a bit might do a little good.
Okay.
Okay.
And she'll grab her backpack and which has like a hole in it that she just kind of she kind of like holds it up, the tentacles all kind of like go up into the backpack and then it just kind of goes on her, hiding the tentacles.
We just got to run back to Inga's place because I think everybody else is on a small construction job. And then we will head that way. Yeah. Like, she's gonna, like, turn to go outside and, like, Kamira's eyes meet Raine's and she's just like, this is what I got! I'm doing my best!
Yeah, so I just making sure I'm sending the right vibe, because I'm not sure if I totally did. I would say that when you see her, she does seem like she is happy to see you, but she's just still so sedated. That there's still something that's just kind of like, because I think you did see her show a bit more emotion and things like that at the Easter thing.
I think the most we saw her, like, come alive a little bit was at the aspect of hacking some people down.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, she gathers her things and she'll head out towards town with you. But you're going back to Inger's?
I think we're gonna go grab everybody first. I think that was the plan.
Okay. As she gets up and gets closer, she'll look over at Raine and kind of give her a thorough look over and be like, "Did they give you these? And the scaly, or are you just like that?"
No, that
Oh my god, you can't ask people why they're white.
I've got tentacles. I can say what I want, Mom. Like for an instance, like the teenage daughter comes back out when you say that. She will respond to certain stimuli, but her base is just so tranquil.
Right.
Yeah. I don't think I'm being rude.
No, it's quite all right. They did give me those, and they gave me my mind.
I guess they took away mine.
Perhaps not took away, but just buried.
I've been getting bits more and more. I'd say I have most of my memories back at this point. Just sometimes things get a little fuzzy. As a reminder, recap, she got 90% of her memory back based off of the ritual you guys did. Alright, I guess we'll go back to Inger's then. It's good, I enjoy going over there, just sometimes when I get a little lonely.
House party at Inger's.
Well, you
Back
see,
to Inger's place!
she said
we
that we couldn't
please-
stay long, though, so
We
it's
please
gonna
do
be
a
a quick
roll
trip.
to see how good this gazebo looks.
Yeah, go for
please. Oh, please. And
What are we
Sid,
coming
I'm gonna
back
need a
to?
sketch, please.
I can
Oh.
use.
Please sketch, because I would love for you to sketch bad gazebo.
So artificers get right tool for the job. So Anwar doesn't have proficiency in carpentry tools, but he can make all the tools he needs with an hour of time. So I think he's just. I think with Audra's help, it's just like a raw intelligence roll to see how this. Would I with Audra assisting? Would I get advantage, or is it just flat roll +5?
I mean, you don't even need.
No, with the help you get advantage.
Okay.
Because I was gonna say, like with Audra, you could be like, Audra, can you hold up the entire roof for a few minutes? Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Hey, yeah.
22.
Thanks to Audra's help,
It
it goes from a 9
Teetered
to a
around
22.
That one though, buddy.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks pretty darn good. The help of both of you having a two crafters really helps. Yeah, so everybody gets back and rejoins the group. We'll get Twig out of here because he's not here right now.
Because he's a snitch.
Speaking of, any luck, any hearing back from?
Let's see how much time has passed. No. You
Been at least 2 hours.
Hmm?
Been at least 2
at least
hours.
2 hours.
Maybe 2 and 15 if you count.
I'll give it to you guys now because it doesn't really matter too much when this happens. At some point, Clementine in cat form comes back.
I will wave, and then wave them over.
All right. Artem, I think you know what this is, so I guess you decide how you want to handle it.
Yeah, I think the cat comes over, sits there, and it's like got the frumpiest face, and all it does is go, meow.
All right, Clem. Now, what's the story? Everything good? Anyone coming to talk to us?
Meow.
All right.
Oh,
Don't know what I
no.
expected.
Blink once if you need, like, wait, no, blink twice if you need help.
There's no one here right now. Do you want to like just pop in and?
Meow.
Not
What if
giving me
she's
much
just a
here.
plain cat? What if they stripped her of everything?
Did they strip you of your powers?
In like the weirdest way, you see a cat nod.
Oh, bud. I'm just gonna give a little head scritch. I'm
It's
sorry,
like when
bud.
Kiki loses her ability to speak with Gigi, and I hate it.
Well, I guess no parlay then, huh?
Meow. It goes and like a cat knocks something off a table before laying on it.
Can't tell if that was Clem or the cat. I guess Clem is the cat now. All right, well, we're all making adjustments, I guess.
I mean, what we could do is we do another ritual. We go inside of Clem. We reactivate her powers by battling her demons. Guys, we could do this. Come on, let's go.
No, we're not. No, I would not put Sasha up to that. Getting involved with the deep fey magic, no, sir.
It's
Would
just
you
a
put her
cat.
up to
That's not
more
that
brain
hard.
magic? I'm just
What,
kidding.
so
Now
she
is
can't
not the
party?
time.
No, that's a fake cat right there. We're not touching it with a 10-foot pole. No, no, no.
That's fair.
Right now, the Archfey or whatever Fey are not going against us. They've gone against the cat, and let's keep it that way.
That's true.
Let's not get involved.
And remember, the second Raine gets out of the bathroom, we're gonna stop talking about
Oh, my
about
cot
this
is back.
lovely weather. Yeah, she just strolled on up. Guess she had to mark some territory or something.
I missed you, Clementine. She goes over and like pets the cat, and Clem just sits there, like.
Marker territory. Did she pee on the gazebo? I just finished the gazebo.
She does get a little Cheshire cat grin.
Gonna have to revarnish that.
So are we ready to get out of Inga's hair?
Absolutely.
Awesome. I brought Keon, I bought my boyfriend, and I bought his dog.
All right, we're about mid-afternoon now. To get back to the STEM garden area and to just keep things simple, along with the graveyard that's just outside of it, it's about a day's journey. So do you want to just camp and then go the next day, or do you want to start heading out now and make camp somewhere along the journey? What do you want to do?
Oh shit, where's my wagon? Or is that what we're using?
I think we're just walking.
No, you had the wagon. Yeah, because you
brought
grabbed
it
it back.
to
Yeah, you have the
Inga's.
wagon.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would have needed it because Raine couldn't walk.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. So it
Right.
kind of took
That's
you a
right.
little bit longer to get through to Ingers, but you did get there with the wagon. So yeah, the wagon's there.
Wait. Did we need the wagon? Because, and then Anwar's going to look over his shoulder towards the gazebo in the back. And really beautiful.
Don't you dare.
wheel-
Do not fucking dare. Don't even joke, man. That is not funny.
Like wheel extensions on the side.
Dude, that would honestly be
There was a
dope.
lot of wood. It was just sitting there. I didn't think we needed it anymore.
Okay, listen. I'm just gonna say, listen. Hands up right now if you've ever heard of a D&D campaign where the party rolls around in a gazebo mobile. Huh? Okay,
Gazebo
I think we have an opportunity here. The gazebo mobile, yeah, exactly.
So yeah, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to spend the night at Ingers if she'll let you, or Kami house, and then roll out, or do you want to roll out and make camp along the way?
I
mean,
think
everyone's-
rolling out and making camp would be more beneficial of
Yeah.
our time.
I think so too.
I mean, really, if we want to run all night, we can just kind of take turns driving and everyone sleep in the back. Well, I guess
A big party though. Can we fit all?
won't
Can
like
everybody
that.
fit in
1, 2, 3, 4,
Be a
5,
snug
6,
little-
7, 8. There's 8
snug situation.
creatures.
We'd be
for that.
cuddling.
Thinking of a large party, did Arantis? He didn't come in the mission with us. Is he there with us now?
Oh
Or did
god.
Oh.
he leave mid-mine journey? Where did we leave him last?
That's a good
Gosh.
question.
Rain just feels a weird itch like on the back of her head.
He
He's
would've
like,
gone-
help.
Would
He
have
didn't
gone
come
with
in
you
the
after
mine
Lamprey.
journey.
Yeah, I guess he's with you guys. Yeah, I totally forgot
Oh.
about him. Yep.
I could have
yeah,
helped
Arantis
during
is
the
also with
entire
you.
gazebo project.
I like
I just stood
that-
there like chop liver.
I like that not only did they like expect us to die, but we're coming back with more people.
Yeah.
Like
Oh wait,
Yeah.
or did Arantis go with?
Wait, didn't
did you stay with
Gregor.
Uncle?
just take the uncle or
Oh, you're right.
Like
Yeah.
Staying with the uncle sounds right.
To go back to
Because-
Riverbed?
That feels right.
Actually, question: are we welcome in Riverbed, or is Lopa waiting to kill us?
Lopa
we
is
got
in
that. We got that
Lopa's in
result.
Crabclaw,
Oh,
or
okay.
at least Lopa mainly has domain over Crabclaw. However, you last saw him at the peace talks in Riverbed.
Lowpaw
So
is
you
in
currently-
Crab Claw with his
Yeah.
grandma.
You currently do not know where Lopa is, but you have a good reason to believe that he's either in Crabclaw or Riverbed. That would be a good guess.
Shall we?
I
The
will
general
say-
gist, though, before we left was if y'all fuck up, I'm gonna kill Hunter's grandpa.
Yes,
Like,
who is now the mayor
That
of
was
Riverbed.
Yeah, like they were
Dad, not
kind of
grandpa.
using that as the you call him Pa, and it was mixed up in my noggin.
That's
But
fair.
like the gist was like we got your boy, and if you guys keep fucking up, we're taking it out on him.
Yeah,
Right.
like somebody's got to be accountable for it
Right.
because you guys are wild cards.
Um,
Yeah.
Shall we
And
just?
then we
Sorry, go
killed
ahead.
Knuckle, the leader of the local resistance.
So
Oh,
however it went, we'll say that Arantis is with the uncle keeping guard over him.
Yeah, I
still
was gonna
at
say
the,
let's
at
just.
the, at the rest
Yeah,
house
let's just. Thank you.
in the forest.
Thanks.
So
Okay.
if
Alright.
you want to
Now-
keep going and completely steer clear of Grandclaw.
During this journey, Richard, is when I would like to ask Saoirse about mind stuff.
Oh, she's not going with you guys. She's
Oh right.
staying at Inger's.
Right. Then I need to ask before we go.
Oh.
Okay. Before you go, then, yeah, if you want to have a
Yeah.
conversation with a source.
Hey, real quick, girl, can I get a couple minutes before we leave? No.
What is it?
Saoirse, could I just have a quick moment of your time before we go?
Of course you can.
Maybe just outside. Maybe in the gazebo.
Oh, it's a very nice gazebo, sure.
Thanks. I built it tall enough that I don't have to squat inside. Well, Onward, I built it. I shouldn't take all the
That's
credit.
very
I just broke
smart
wood.
of you.
Listen. First of all, I want to thank you for your help with that ritual. You know,
Sure.
we did something similar before, and it clearly took a lot out of Inger, and so did this occasion. But I'm glad you were there to help. How did you feel about that experience?
Well, I think I've been a pretty good learner. And so I think maybe I could do it with her help next time.
Okay. So you anticipate having a next time?
I have a feeling so. I mean, I'm learning how to do it, of course.
Great. Well, if you're already feeling like learning more, perhaps down the road, would you want to do a similar ritual for my uncle?
Sure, if that would be the most helpful.
It would. He's not himself in the head right now, and it seems like this sort of ritual could restore him to his old self.
Well, sure, I suppose so.
Wonderful. I will keep you
I will
posted
pro-
on that.
I would probably need some more time to train under her first. This has just been my first day, just the introduction.
Right,
But
of course.
give it a bit of time, and then maybe I'll be ready to do it.
Yeah, it won't be anything so urgent or so quickly. So don't worry about that. And I do thank you.
Sure thing.
Can I tell you something else before we go? And to be honest, I don't know that I've said this to anyone before, but you know, you just started with this mind magic stuff, and I remember when I had started with the smithing work and everything, and yeah, I don't think I've said this to anyone before, but you remind me of myself when I started, and you know, I think about how I was then and how I am now with my crafting, and you know, if this is something you really want to do and you stick with it, I think you can get pretty amazing someday.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, I hope to do the best. So I think Audra kind of scares her a little, given like how big and tough she is and everything else, and
I imagine.
so it's like, you remind me of me. She's like, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah. And Audra is definitely
and-
not like taking a knee to try to get to her level at all. She's definitely just like, so
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Well, that's very kind of you. Safe travels. And she's gonna head back inside.
Same to you. She'll like Audra will like start to reach for a handshake and see her like moving away. Like, oh, okay,
Okay, thank you.
okay. Getting to the cart, guys. I think. Wait, hold on. Let me roll insight to see if I can tell she's afraid of me.
Okay.
Because I mean, it's hilarious that she is. That just kind of makes sense. But
completely lost on her.
Yep. I get back in the cart.
Yep.
You know, guys, I think that seriously. I think she could even be an apprentice for me someday if she wants to get into metalwork.
All right, so you guys are choosing to ride through.
Yeehaw.
There's definitely some farmland and a main road that kind of goes along in between the forest line and the river, so that would probably be the easiest way to go. So that would take you along. Let's see if I can draw it out.
I think if we pass anyone from Riverbed, though, I would want to like pass on a note to bring to Paw. Just let him know we're alive still, doing okay.
If you passed anybody heading to Riverbed?
Or
That's
I don't
where
know
you're
how
going, though.
close. Oh, we're going straight through to Riverbed.
Yeah,
I
but it's
misunderstood. Okay.
about a day's journey though. So if you head out in mid-afternoon, you're gonna have to camp overnight or go through the night and
Okay, gotcha.
potentially get a point of exhaustion depending on your con saves.
Right. Okay, I just misunderstood the riding through part. My bad.
Got it. So what do you want to do? Sounds like you guys just want to ride through.
Yeah, I mean we can sleep on the boat. We
Okay.
have to
That's true.
recover.
On the ferry.
All right. As you guys go along, how many people are actually staying up? Because I guess some people could potentially sleep in the wagon. Is it just Hunter that's riding through then?
I think comfortably we would need 2 people up front
Yeah.
on the driving part, and then the 6 in the back.
Yeah, and if it's like a through the night thing, then Audra would rotate out with Hunter since she's the other like the other cartist, if you will.
Okay. Hunter, if this is what you're doing, and if somebody else is riding up with you, I don't know. I guess, yeah, you would need to get actual sleep if you want the benefits of a long rest, including that means getting your spell slots back.
Oh, for Audra, yeah. I mean, I've already got my spell slots back. I wouldn't. Do need that superiority dice.
I mean, Raine has all of her spell slots and everything.
That's true. Raine's pretty good to go right now.
And you have dark vision?
Oh, let me check.
Because I mean, I could just take the darker hours.
She does have dark vision, 60 feet.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say no to a long rest.
Also, she's
Raine,
very much
between all of the people in there, you probably have somebody who has handled yaks before. So, who needs to make a con save for exhaustion then? Just Raine?
So?
If I
Oh, wait.
yeah,
Wouldn't Rain be able to like sleep earlier on?
Alternate.
Oh, if some people are like
That's-
sleeping, starting in the day or whatever.
Yeah.
I guess you can make it all. Okay,
does
so you
Rain
guys
not
will
have the?
take shifts going through.
I thought Rain had the ritual thing anyway. I guess I'm wrong. You don't have that, the like sleep in 4 hours thing.
No, that's
No,
elves.
that's only
She's
elves.
still
Okay,
she's still mechanically a simic hybrid.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And then, okay. So wait, you have to roll for exhaustion or no, Andrew?
I don't.
I guess if he's not taking the reins the entire time.
Yeah,
then-
because
then
I'll
you
like
guys
I'll
can make it
swap
work.
out at some point.
Okay.
I think Raine can do it, and because she can bless herself too. That's a +4 to saves.
Cool.
Well, I mean, like if we have 3 people that can drive the wagon and we can sleep in shifts, I mean,
Yeah,
then
I was
we
just
should
saying
be
someone who
mechanically
can
okay.
who can see in the dark should ride at night.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's true.
That's what I
Yeah.
was
So in
saying.
that case, Audra would go first. Yeah. Because I mean,
Okay.
I'm going like basically off of pure flavor, just the fact that like Audra also had a cart, you know.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
So I'll sleep first. I'll go to sleep first.
Yep.
All right.
Alrighty then. So, let me just take the little cursor here.
I know it's
jump us
ultimately just
forward
like
a day.
semantics anyway.
During the day and night of travel, does anybody have anything? Either RP or spells they want to do, people to check on? Anything like that?
We have scries and sendings available. Let me know what you guys want.
Wanna take a nap?
We also
Okay.
have Dream for night.
We also have Dream. Otter would just fill in the rest of the folks about helping her uncle, and Saoirse being willing to do that. We don't need to RP that. Yeah, who wants to check on who?
Dream also presumably, unless you go into like a waiting room, needs to be done when people are asleep.
Mhm.
So
Yes.
doing it during the middle of the day, unless they're like unemployed, probably not going to be very successful.
I don't know.
Yes.
Is there a lower level version called nap time?
Yeah, sending and scrying are pretty good for the daytime, and dreams.
Yeah. I would do at least one sending, Richard, just to check on Mama, see how she's doing.
Okay. What do you want to say? Or if you
Hey,
don't want to
Ma.
like go through the whole thing.
We don't need to go through the whole thing, but it's just a general like,
Okay.
hey, how is it? How are you? Because she was volunteering some at the altars I built, right? So
Mhm.
just seeing how she's doing, how she's holding up.
Yep. Just everything's good. She misses you. Please come back sometime.
Never.
Can we also send this image to Poe and or Mazadon?
Showing that one to stream.
You
Yes.
cannot do that, but you can send that message.
I think we could get away with sending that to Poe. I don't think we could get away with that sending that to Max.
Yeah. What did you
Who are you
call
We
me?
could do it for
bitch?
free. We could do it
Send
for free if we use
picture
the book.
would be a really interesting alternative to the sending spell, though.
Well,
Ugh.
so question: because we have the sending of the book, if we drew it in the book, would they get that image?
Love that.
I'm gonna make you roll for doodles.
I was going to say,
If it's anything like
who's
Tale
drawing?
of the Veil.
Who's
Probably
drawing?
some
is the
bad doodles.
I received a
What am I-
vision, but I truly don't know what it meant.
What am
This
I
is
rolling?
a picture of a butt.
I was going to say, if we want to do a sending to Poe, maybe not directly to Mazadon, but to Poe, be like,
I will allow from book to book, Raine and Poe can draw images to each other
They can
with a
play
sending
draw
spell.
something. Oh my god.
or,
Oh, man.
what's it?
Well, in
Like
either case, I
penguin?
say we use. The
Oh
book
no,
for Poe
another
anyway,
book
'cause
full
it's
of
free.
dicks. I'm sorry, what'd you say, Artem?
In any case, I think we should use the book.
I
because
can
it's
hear what you're
free.
playing. I'm sorry.
We
You played
can't.
Stardew Valley without me.
Aw.
Oh.
Well, you guys mentioned like doing the thing, and Raine like breaks out the book and starts sketching. I do want to point out, Raine did a drawing like way earlier, and it was good too. I think Lady E sucks. Raine
Yeah.
can draw for some reason.
All right.
Despite having no prior training.
Yeah.
I mean, one of those people in her noggin knew how to draw.
There you go.
This is what you want to send, right?
Is it a picture of us being like, I lived, bitch? Like,
Yeah.
You send that to Poe. Was he already in your book, or
Yes.
do you need to use a spell slot? Okay.
Poe is one of the
Um,
people in my book.
Okay. So yeah, you send that to Poe. And you get a drawing back, and it's the Jackie Chan, like, but like it's a bird instead of Jackie Chan.
I like how we found out a way to do just shit posting.
Yeah, you've discovered shit posting. I mean, we can end the campaign now. You figured it
Yeah.
out.
Done.
That's a homebrew spell if there ever
Oh,
needed to
no.
be one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Alrighty. What's anything else that people do during the daytime?
Nap real good.
Would we like to
Nap
scry?
really.
I think I would probably be a good idea to scry
I-
on our target some more as we get closer.
I will say one thing Keone would do during the time skip. She would kind of cuddle up to Chimera sometimes. Just because that's kind of a safe space for her, even though she can't fully articulate that. So
People too. It's a little
along,
crazy.
yeah, along the way, Keone's just kind of rest up and kind of sleep laying up against her mom. And I guess, what's his name? Luke will be on Chimera's other side. So if Chimera needs to lay on him, he's there.
Oh, she's crushing me. It's wonderful, but she's crushing me.
And the wolf is just like in his lap.
This is the best family road trip, you guys.
Any other spells, any other kind of reaching out during the day that people have? If not, we'll go on to nighttime.
Anyone have someone they want to scry on?
The Dahlia person, I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
It's gonna be a regular old wisdom save for her. I'm pretty sure we don't have really anything extra about her.
You have her hair.
Oh, right. Duh. Okay, well, -5 to her then.
She rolled very low.
Okay.
So yeah, the mirror fogs up, and then it starts to reveal.
Show me Dahlia.
You see the Icewind Dahlia completely alone, walking through wintry mountains, snow-capped mountains.
Okay. I'd like to.
Um,
I want to linger on that. Maybe get a look around, see if I can figure out geographically where she is, and I want to see if are we catching her going to her hideout?
Okay. Let's see if I can. Well, I guess I'll just keep you on the map. So
Can I do some? I mean, anyone in the party.
yeah,
could,
if
I
any of
suppose.
you want to do any kind of investigation check to see if you can pinpoint, based off of anything you see, any kind of geographical location of where she could possibly be.
Have my feet, my background feet.
Sid, we all have 2 feet. Okay.
Ha ha, but they're in the background. No, it's the thing. I can remember geography. Wanderer. I have an excellent memory for maps and geography. I can always recall the general layout of terrain, settlements, and other features around you. In addition, I can find food and fresh water, blah, 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 blah. But, like, I have that, if that helps anything.
I will say Hunter might be more familiar with this area.
Probably.
He might want to take a look at it.
Would this be history, survival, or perception?
I'll give you any of them.
Right.
I have my background feature of being a fucking loser who reads books. Could I roll for investigation on that?
Fucking
Yeah, you can
book
do that.
nerd.
Yeah,
Cool.
I've got that same thing in investigation if I need to. Oh, never mind.
Whoa!
Oh,
Way to go, you fucking nerd.
Don't try and come at me.
It's in subsection 4, page B.
Break his glasses.
Yeah, with that nat 20 and
Oh, where it's just like, she's here. Right there. That's
with the help of Anwar and Hunter together, who can kind of help confirm general locations, you discover that she is not quite in the Fertile Crescent anymore. She is up on like one of these mountains, and she's kind of like going up and over a ridge. It's seeming like she is crossing over the mountains.
Send her a message. Tell her to stop crossing mountains so we can catch up with her.
Stop
Also
right there,
not to
criminal
go-
scum.
and not to go
You
chasing
violated the law.
waterfalls.
Look, the last time we had to do any like extensive mountain climbing, we almost got killed by goats, if you recall.
We had it coming though.
we were just walking up the hill.
those goats wanted us dead. They were ready to pull
We're
the
in goat
trigger.
territory.
I will say, just because you got a nat 20 on it, you see her come up over a ridge, and then you can see her looking out intently, like, all right, that's where I gotta get to. And she kind of looks out and just kind of stares for a moment. She's staring towards this mountain ridge over here.
Copy. She's doing the Breath of the Wild look.
Yep, exactly.
Does she then get on a horse and start like really strangely climbing up?
So
the
she
mountain?
was like over here. Now she's up over here, heading this direction.
We gotta go
It's
through a
gonna
mountain
take a
now.
while.
Can we invade her dreams and scepter to go back? Is that an option? Rain? How are we feeling about that?
We can give her a nightmare or just speak to her.
Ooh.
Can we give her a dream that makes her homesick?
Do you know where she's from?
Not even a little bit.
You've seen her before, and that's about it.
We probably shouldn't let her know that we're following her. I feel like that'd be bad. That'd make it harder.
Probably not the best idea.
I do wonder if we could make the dream something like lean into that like fey trickster kind of vibe and like see if we can find out if she's hidden the diamonds where her like hiding spots are and like be like, oh, we found this treasure, we've got to hide it somewhere, where's a good place to hide it, and kind of do that.
We can try.
We got about 10 minutes of gameplay left for tonight.
I would say,
Anything
unless
else?
we're sending her nightmares of her falling off a bunch of cliffs and mountains, I would say radio silence, maybe talking to her. Just in
Right,
case.
don't
she's
tip her off.
Right,
Right,
the
right.
suspicious type. Which
Yeah, I
she
mean,
might be
that's-
being a thief.
Yeah.
How vague can you get with dreams?
I would
Are you-
say that
You a dream cop? You gotta tell me if you're a dream cop.
I would say
Dream cop.
dream type magic is extremely rare, so the odds of her having run into that before are probably low, but not impossible. Clearly this kind of magic is around, but remember the level you guys are at now is like extremely high for most people.
It almost feels unfair a little bit. Feels like we're playing God.
Did
Just wait
it,
till next level.
did you come up with a way to convince not Anwar that he's not Anwar?
Non-war.
Anwar pulls out
Mario?
his projector presentation. He's like, I got a couple things filled here.
Just a PowerPoint, just a quick.
Yeah. But
Probably
it's
not
not-
today.
maybe I'm still tinkering with it a little bit.
Maybe we
know.
just rest and recoup.
Getting a look inside Raine's mind, I think, gives us a pretty good blueprint of what we may have to do when we do rescue those people to kind of deprogram them. It seems
could
that
give them
Cerebro's.
Oh, sorry.
It seems that Cerebro is not wasted any time using the abilities of Octavius to turn people to his whim.
We could give them a dream of the lab,
Ooh,
might-
see if it triggers anything.
possibly.
That's something.
Sorry, I didn't hear. What was that?
Giving them a dream of the lab to see if it
Oh.
triggers anything in them. I mean, we won't know, but it might.
I would, if that was the case, I would definitely vouch for it to be somebody who's already had contact before, just so we're not spreading across all three or all the group.
All four, yeah.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking of a 3-point plan for trying to convince him he is not who he thinks he is. And actually, all of that mission will become B-roll for that presentation. So it did help us in a roundabout sort of way. Let's save that power for now, and maybe after we rest or get on the boat and are ready, we can approach that. Because once we set that in motion, I have no idea how he or the rest of them will react. We saw what happened to you, Raine, when that string was pulled. We have to be
That's
very
true.
delicate with it.
So we rest.
I think so. Unless someone wants to dream to someone.
All right. I guess we will pick up next session when you guys get into Riverbed following afternoon.
Get to see my dad.
Or I guess it'd be, I'll call it the following morning, the kind of going through. So we'll pick up next time.
You're my dad.
On Aberrant Empire. Aberrant Empire.
Hell
Alrighty.
yeah.
Let me find that end screen. We'll be back next time, hopefully with no crash in the middle of the stream.
Next time on Tale of Aberrant Empire.
Bye.
Ah!